All right, let's talk about Jekyll and Hyde versus Scotland Yard. This is a two-player trick-taking game that is completely cooperative, in which one player is going to be Hyde and the other player is going to be Jekyll, and they're going to be trying to get through their inner turmoil while avoiding getting caught by Scotland Yard. Now, this game plays over the course of 10 chapters. The first 3 chapters are kind of leading you up to the standard game, which is chapter 4. And you can also play any of these chapters just one off. But then chapters 5 through 10 are going to add complexity to the standard game, make it a little bit more difficult. You can play chapters 1 through 10 to do a huge campaign, and you can play them back to back. And then you'll have kind of a final score, and then you can replay and try to get a better score for your next time. Now, the way that they simulate kind of the inner turmoil, I don't know if you know the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but basically they're the same person. And, you know, he's kind of going through that inner turmoil. And the way that they kind of simulate that narratively in this game is zero communication. So the kind of both players are going to be having to try to read each other's minds while playing a trick-taking game and while avoiding getting caught by that Scotland Yard. There are 3 suits, 1 to 8, and the suit names are really funny and thematic. I really actually like them. There is fear, ruse, and manipulation. There's also 4 potion cards, which are 3 to 6. Now, at the beginning of the game, you're going to be dealing out 12 cards to each player, which is going to leave 4 cards out of the deck. And then each player is going to choose 4 cards to basically give to the Scotland Yard player. Now, if you have an 8, you have to give it to this deck, but otherwise you can just put whatever card in there. Now, that actually sets the hand for the Scotland Yard player, and they are a player in this 2-player game. You'll be playing tricks with suits like most games, and the highest in the lead suit will win said trick. Now, the kind of kicker is that, well, Scotland Yard can win tricks, you know, Jekyll or Mr. Hyde can win tricks, and at the end of kind of our game round, which will be all 8 cards, you're going to be counting those tricks and checking what happens. The player who won the least number of tricks will actually advance the Jekyll and Hyde pawn by that number of steps. Each card with the Jekyll and Hyde pawn symbol, or just the 8s, in each player's tricks will actually cause Jekyll and Hyde to advance 1 extra step. If ever the Jekyll and Hyde pawn reaches the last and final step and they have to move further, you're going to be starting to advance the Scotland Yard pawn. Speaking of that, each card with the Scotland Yard symbol, which are the 1s, 2s, and 3s in each player's tricks, will actually cause the Scotland Yard to advance 1 step. So how do we lose? How do we win? Well, if at any point the Scotland Yard pawn reaches the Jekyll and Hyde pawn or passes the Jekyll and Hyde pawn, you both lose. It's the game has won. However, if you're able to reach the last space of the track and it's the end of the second round, then both players win. Now, there's a lot of cool kind of interplay because you, the players, are deciding what goes in that Scotland Yard deck, and that Scotland Yard deck is playing into each trick. They can win tricks, they can kind of trump tricks. It's very, very fun in that way. And the other thing is these potion cards, there's only 4 of them in the deck, and the way that it works is that when a potion card is played, it is treated as the suit of the previous card played, and that creates a reaction. And each suit is linked to a different ability. For example, the ruse actually forces one player to take a trick that's previously won by the city. This can be good, this can be bad. It just depends on who you want moving, and if it's the Scotland Yard, you probably don't want to take that trick. So the potion cards can be very, very awesome, and they're also kind of a break in the silence, because before you deal out cards, you can discuss with the other player what your plan is for that chapter or for that game. But once you start dealing out the cards, you're technically not supposed to say anything to each other. However, whenever a potion is played into the trick, even if it's played by the city, well, that actually opens up a little discussion period on who's going to take the effect of that potion. This is a great, great game. It is so much fun to work with the other player, trying to make sure that you don't get caught. You also don't want to move up too fast, because if you move up too fast, then Scotland Yard is going to get a lot of extra movement and they will catch up to you. So there's really a balance of you need to keep close in your tricks, but maybe not too close. Maybe you want to lose a lot. Maybe you want to move slower. Maybe you want to move fast. There is so much thought. This game is kind of like a master design, I feel like, because like it just seems so simple, but the layers to it are incredibly vast. I don't typically like cooperative games, but this one is kind of right in there with kind of, you know, the limited communication. It can be very difficult, and I love that aspect of it. So that is going to be Jekyll and Hyde versus Scotland Yard. What is that rustling up on the roof?
Oh,
Whoa!
oh, that was crazy. Where am I? This isn't where I parked my car. Oh, Sam is here. You're not supposed to be here. I mean, hey, Sam, how's it going? I was just checking your vents, you know, city regulations and safety and stuff. I definitely 100% was not here to steal your merchandise, that's for sure. Anyway, what are you doing here?
Gruffus, you're shorter than I expected. And also, why are you in here? This is my house. Yeah, this is where I live. And I'm trying to do my 31-part series where I'm covering a new Halloween / spooky board game every day of October.
Oh, the Halloween series. Yeah, I really liked the Scooby-Doo one that you did. I was actually meaning to ask you, how come you haven't covered Spooktacular yet? Seems like it would be right up your alley. Asymmetric, strategic, super fun.
Well, I mean, honestly, I haven't even heard of Spooktacular. I mean, you're right, it sounds like it would be right up my alley. But honestly, I was kind of leaving, you know, some space for you. So, I mean, if they want to check out your channel, they can just go ahead and watch your video on Spooktacular. That's totally okay.
Well, you definitely got to try it. It's super good. Anyway, definitely do not worry about doing inventory on your goods. I definitely did not steal any merch. I don't even know why you would suggest that. And somebody ate the leftovers in your fridge. Also, that was not me. Anyway, exits this way, right?
There's actually no door that way. Great.